We got this story from the New York Post. This one was just crazy to me. This is unfortunate. History has been melted away. Egyptians outraged after priceless bracelet belonging to Pharaoh stolen from museum and then melted down. Wow. What happened here? I haven't read the story yet. Let's find out what happened here. So Egyptians are outraged after a priceless bracelet belonging to a pharaoh had been stolen from a museum, and it has now been found to have been melted down. Egyptians reacted with outrage this week after officials said that a 3,000-year-old bracelet that had belonged to an ancient pharaoh was stolen from Cairo's famed Egyptian museum and was then melted down for gold. Wow. Tourism and Antiquities Minister Sheriff Fathi said in televised comments late Saturday that the bracelet was stolen on September 9th while officials at the museum were preparing artifacts for an exhibit in Italy. He blamed laxity in implementing procedures at the facility and said the procedures were still, the prosecutors were still investigating. The bracelet containing a lapis lazuli bead belonged to Pharaoh Amenemhotep, who reigned about 3,000 years ago. Authorities said it was taken from a restoration lab at the museum and then funneled through a chain of dealers before being melted down. The minister said the lab didn't have security cameras. Why? You're protecting some of the most ancient artifacts in the world and you don't have fucking security cameras? 4 suspects have been arrested, including a restoration specialist at the museum who confessed to giving the bracelet to an acquaintance who owns a silver shop in Cairo's Sayyeda Zanab district. Wow. So it was an inside job. It was allegedly later sold to the owner of a gold workshop for the equivalent of about $3,800. It was eventually sold for around $4,000 to a worker at another gold workshop who melted the bracelet down to make other gold jewelry. Wow. Seriously, though, I hope Egyptian curses are real. That dude is a piece of dude, 3,000 years of history melted down. The suspects confessed to their crimes and the money was seized. The ministry said in a statement on Thursday. The ministry also released security camera video showing a shop owner receiving a bracelet, weighing it, and then paying one of the suspects. Local media reported Sunday that a judge ordered the restoration specialist and her acquaintance to remain in detention for 15 more days pending further investigations. He ordered the release of 2 remaining suspects if they posted bail set at 10,000 Egyptian pounds, $270 each. No. Do not release them on bail. This is a crime against humanity. No. Fuck these people. Screw these people. This is a crime against humanity. They just destroyed 3,000 years of history. Generations after generations after generations of history. Gone in a blink of an eye because this guy went and sold it off to somebody. No bail. No bail for these people. Crimes against humanity. The loss of treasure that has survived for 3 millennia was painful to so many people in Egypt, where there is a great esteem for the nation's ancient heritage. I bet you should be proud of your ancient heritage. If I lived in Egypt, I'd be so proud of what's going on with the Egyptian pyramids and all these museums they're setting up. That stuff is fucking awesome. They absolutely should be proud of that. And to melt down a piece of history that is so old, we're talking like 30 generations. Like 30 generations old. A minimum, 32 even, maybe 35 generations. 35 generations. That's how old this bracelet is. They need to 100 times that bail. No, dude, just no bail. Just no bail. How about no bail? Just no bail. They don't get out. No. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Just straight to jail. No bail. Straight to jail. Some questioned security measures at the museum and called for tightening these measures around the country's treasures. Yes! Yes! Monica Hanna, a prominent Egyptian archaeologist, called for suspending overseas exhibits until better control is implemented to secure the artifacts. Hanna is the dean at the Arab Academy for Science, Technology, and Maritime Transport, and campaigns for the return of Egyptian artifacts exhibited in museums overseas. I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with Egyptian artifacts being sent home. I'm fine with that. Malek Audley, an Egyptian human rights lawyer, called the theft an alarm bell for the government and said better security is needed for antiquities in exhibition halls and those in storage. Amenemop ruled Egypt from Tanis in the Nile Delta during Egypt's 21st dynasty. The Tanis royal necropolis was discovered by the French archaeologist Pierre Montet in 1940, according to the Egyptian Museum. The necropolis's collection exhibits about 2,500 ancient artifacts, including golden funeral mask, silver coffins, and golden jewels. The collection was restored in 2021 in cooperation with the Louvre Museum in Paris. The theft reminds some of the past cultural losses, including the disappearance of Vincent van Gogh's poppy flowers, then valued at $50 million, from another Cairo museum in 2010. The painting was first stolen in 1977, but was later recovered. However, since the theft in 2010, it has not been found since. I mean, guys, I don't know what else to say here. This is a piece of history that is now gone and melted down forever. Like, I understand if you're just a pawn shop dealer, you're getting a bracelet, you might not understand the ramifications of exactly what you're handling. But holy crap, dude, the people that knew, the people that just allowed for this to get carried out, I mean, that's treason. I would say that's treason to your country. Absolute treason, man. If you're an Egyptian scientist working at this museum and you allowed for this to fall into other people's hands that then destroyed it, melted it down, that's treason. Absolute treason. Like, I don't know what else to say to that. I don't know what else to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm going to start wrapping things up here. Thank you guys for tuning in today.